So, quick recap of last week's episode before we get to episode 8. Aja went home, and I think it was her time. I'm sad to see her go, but I think it was time. I'm kind of surprised. She did so well in the lip syncing the last time she was on for the Princess episode. I feel like this one, it felt more desperate. There were moments of like, I'm gonna do this move just because I feel like I need to in this moment, rather than like it's part of the storytelling or it's part of the dance. She's a fierce performer. I would love to see her live. And I'm excited that she's a New York queen. New York represent! So while I was watching last week's episode, this kind of came up, I was reading in some chat rooms about how RuPaul's Drag Race has kind of become all about how you look. It's about your makeup, it's about the look you create, and it's less about performing. And someone said performing is literally the punishment for not looking good that week. And that kind of sunk in, and I was like, that's kind of crazy, because when you're a professional drag queen, most of the time you're going to be lip syncing. When you're doing a show, you're lip syncing. Unless you sing live, or are a comedy queen and have a comedy act, or you can be hosting and whatever. So, but 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be lip syncing. And most of the time, we rarely see that from these queens. I mean, Bianca Del Rio spent her entire season and won without ever having to lip sync. Or then, like Kimchi, made it all the way to the top 3 without having to lip sync. And considering that she could barely walk down the runway, I think she probably would have gone home if she'd ever had to lip sync. But she had such an incredible imagination and such beautiful, fully realized looks that she never made it to the bottom. So I just think it's interesting because obviously the look is important. Even when you're lip syncing, your look is important. And then, when you're making an appearance or hosting or whatever, your look's gonna matter. But we're challenging them and we are testing them on these things that they're never gonna use. We're never gonna see them have to act in a TV show or anything, and rarely are we gonna have to see them read someone if that's not their thing. Now granted, they probably can, and it's good to be a well-rounded drag queen. I think the next drag superstar should be a well-rounded drag queen. That's actually why I love Bob the Drag Queen so much, because I think she is so well-rounded. But we rarely get to see that side of them. And if you see them live, that is what you see. You see them lip syncing, you see them performing, and that's a side of them we don't always get to see. So, not a critique of the show, just an observation. Just something I thought was really interesting last week. So, diving back into this week, first and foremost, I think I'm really getting tired of Alexis Michelle's attitude. This week, when she got really upset about being read for her size, I think she was really overreacting. And now, I am the last person to comment on someone having self-image issues. That is something I dealt with a lot, and it's something I want to talk about. I want to have an open forum for talking about positive body image, and that's the last thing I think people should be made fun of for. But it's a reading challenge. Alexis getting upset about being read for her size is like someone getting upset that the other side get a touchdown in football. I don't know how football was the metaphor that I chose, but it works. So, that's the whole point. And, and I think even the reads that she got were super innocuous. Like, being called like body made wrong BMW, like, that's really unspecific. And it really was more just because like Farrah was really uncomfortable, so she didn't know what to say. So you have to know where it's coming from. You have to know what the atmosphere was. She wasn't trying to come for you, she wasn't trying to make fun of you. It was literally the challenge. She was told to do that. So, and then especially with a couple weeks ago with her saying like, why didn't anyone tell me that my dress was basic? I'm really getting tired of Alexis's attitude. Or especially some of her like confessionals when she's like ready to see some of the queens go and like thin the crowd because she's the big contender. Like, I don't know. I'm getting a little tired of that. Now, to be fair, I would be terrible at a reading challenge. This would be my read. The library is open. Oh, girl, you You look really nice today. I really like your outfit. Pheromone. You are slaying that cute surfer boy look. It really looks good for you. Ooh, girl, you are looking so confident and strong. I really appreciate your attitude. Ooh. Yeah, no, I would not be good at reading. I would be too nice. I'm so nice, I can't. So I'm glad that I was not in the reading challenge because I would have failed immediately. The big thing with this week's challenge was presence when you were on stage. I think, you know, Shea Coulee and Peppermint definitely had the best presence when they were doing their reads of Michelle Visage. They were so fun to watch. They were confident, and even when they were saying mean things, you felt good about it. You wanted to join along. It was fun. Whereas Pheromone, oh my God, you could tell that she was so uncomfortable, so she made the audience uncomfortable. God, my skin was crawling just watching her. So even when she said funny things, you were just like, I also thought Sasha did a really good job, but I think she still wasn't quite confident in what she was saying. I also loved her look this week. It was really fierce. I love that like hat and like just her whole look. I love Sasha. I love Sasha. And then was I the only one who was really distracted by the pads, the green pads in Alexis Michelle's outfit, just like sticking out the whole time? That's all I could look at. All I could look at. And like, that's a lot of work for a quick joke that she barely even like sold. I think Alexis was really in her head this week because, like, I know she does comedy in her shows. Like, she should know how to land a joke. And I think she was just really self-conscious this week. And I'm sad to see Pheromone go. I think she's so cute. I really love her. But I think it was her time. It was ready to go. I'm really excited to see what she accomplishes in the rest of her career. I think she's got a lot ahead of her. And she's only 23. 23, she's a baby. Oh my God. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next. The Untucked episode this week, shit went down. Go on YouTube and watch it because it is crazy. Nina Bonina is still in her head about these people coming for her, and it came to a head when she said that Shea said that she didn't have original ideas, and then Shea like blew up and said that she never said that, and how dare she even assume that Shea would say that. So now it sounds like Nina is projecting her insecurities onto other people. She is projecting that they would say these things, or like insinuating that vague things that they're saying are digs against her, or just like fully making up things that they're saying. Now granted, I have no idea what the actual conversation was. I have no idea what they actually said. But considering what we've seen from Nina so far, it does not surprise me that she's now assuming people are all still against her and, you know, seeing things that aren't really there. So I want her to come out of her shell. I really want her to believe in herself and to stop being her own worst enemy. She right now is her biggest competition. And I think if she just like stays in her lane and doesn't think about what anyone else is doing, I think she's gonna accomplish some really incredible things. So, things are getting intense. It is coming down to the wire, and the competition is getting really fierce. So, I'm excited for the next couple weeks, and we'll see what happens. So, thank you for coming along, guys, and I promise I'm gonna put out some more content soon. I'm gonna be a lot more consistent. I'm ready to be back and to spread some light. So, thanks for watching, guys, and as always, find your light.